Hello everyone. Is everyone ready to begin?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Before we begin, we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Zara Safara binti Saifubari and my metric number is 20506.
Hi, my name is Karunisa Najwa binti Khairul Azlan and my metric number is 208073.
My name is Najla Shazana binti Nordin and my metric number is 207467.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Azin Syafidi binti Saleh. You can call me Pini. And my metric number is 205864.
Hi everyone, my name is Mary Melanie Adrian and my matrix number is 208371.
All right. Since we have introduced ourselves, so let's move on with our discussion. So the theme that we picked is cyberbullying. So according to statistics, to be victims of online bullying, with 43% of them experiencing it through online games and private messaging and social media apps, including Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and Twitter. So, the focus that we choose is peers should play a more important role in tackling cyberbullying. What is your point of view? So, in my point of view, peers should play a more important role in tackling cyberbullying because young people usually confide their secrets in peers. Based on my opinion, based on my experience, I would rather share my secrets with my own friends rather than my own family because I think my peers would understand me better than my own family. What do you think about it, Nisa?
For me, I also strongly agree that peers should play more important roles in tackling cyberbullying. This is because they can act as a cyber mentors to maintain online vigilance and to provide immediate support and advice for the victims. They also can show their empathy and give emotional support to victims. This will help them from feeling loneliness and isolation due to the lack of peer acceptance.
I disagree with your point because I think society need to educate on how cyberbullying's impact on someone's life through awareness or media. And if they fail to do so, cyberbullying that is severe, long-lasting, or happens a lot can cause anxiety, depression, and other stress-related disorder in victims and bullies. In rare cases, some kids have attempt or die from suicide.
Hi. Okay. So from my point of view, I go against of cyberbullying. The point that they said the press can help to avoid the cyberbullying. For me, because peers doesn't have the power compared to the police or government or parents. So if compared to the parents and government, they have power. If parents, they can teach their children, and by the government, they can use the law to teach teenagers and all people who places in media not to do the cyberbullying. That's all for now.
In my point of view, I strongly agree with Shafini's, which is against the cyberbullying, because cyberbullying often occur in the contents of relationship difficulties such as breakup of a friendship or romance, envy of fear success, or in the contents of prejudice intolerance of particular groups on the grounds of gender, ethnic, sexual orientation, or disability. So I really didn't support for children to have important roles in tackling the cyberbullying. That's all from me.
I'm sorry to me actually by forcing the peers be into to be involved in the more important role, we can create a bullying awareness in schools, thus make develop leadership skills in students. However, I partially agree that with Vinny's point of view, which is about the misuse of social media.
I have different opinion about that because I think parents need to be more alert if their kids is the victims by cyberbullying. Uh, by looking at the sign, which is um, being emotionally upset during or after using the internet or the phone, being very secretive or protective of one's digital life, and spending more time than usual in their room.
I agree with Najla. However, the more I see it, it is more about peers, as most victims that cyberbullying that occurs um, involve peers, such as harassment, negative comments, and cyber stalking. Mostly, it involves within our age range. So I think it's more about peers' responsibility to be aware of the cyberbullying and also take awareness and caution.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but for me, I go against for Najwa points because for me, teenagers and normal people, they okay. I go for the main point first. Most of people who use social media is between age 15 to 30 something. I could say it's more than most of them are teenagers. When you are teenagers, you are not usually use your brain, you know. I'm sorry, it's a bit harsh, but you are not matured enough. You don't think about the law. You just feel like, okay, you don't like this, and then, okay, you go against it, and then you say so many bad things. And some people, you know, it can affect their mental. Since you can see, like, this these days, so many people have mental illness because of why. Most of it, we can see in the statistic is because of the social media. And I would take this one example. If you've seen this one trending this week, this one girl, her name is Ain Husniza Saiful Nizam. He posted something on the TikTok. He posted the video. He exposed about the class, in his class, the teacher making joke about sexual harassment. He said that if you want to rape someone who 18 and above. Don't be stupid. Yes, the boys are laughing because they think it's funny. For girls, for us, it's not funny because sexual harassment is not something, it's joke. And once she posts it on the TikTok, we can see so many comments. And most of girls are supportive because they know, they understand the point. But do boys understand it? No, they don't understand. That's why I said teenagers mostly, I'm not being racist or whatever, but usually they don't use their mind, they don't use their brain. So the comment I can see, there's like half. Some people, they give support, like ask the girls to calm, and because they know it affect her mental. Yes, if me pun, it will affect my mental a bit. So if you say other comment, they said that the girls are too sensitive. Are you think there is too sensitive to talk to making joke about sexual harassment? No, for me, it's not something sensitive. It's just like some. If I make a joke, maybe Najwa will accept this. She find it funny, but Mary doesn't find it funny at all. So that's why I say everyone have a different opinion, and that's why I said peers are not a good point, a good leaders, a good, I don't know, a good influencer to make everything's getting better. For me, it's always the rules, number one. Yeah.
For me, I strongly agree with Shafini's point of view because victim experience lack of existence in their peers group, which result in loneliness and social isolation. The young person consequence social withdrawal is likely to lead to low self-esteem and depressions. So I think that if cyberbullying continue in the future, more teenagers will experience depressions because they feel more pressure on cyberbullying than their face-to-face life. That's all for me.
Actually, I have a different idea from you, Shafini, because to me, since this girl is posting a TikTok video, some of them are actually supporting them, they are in, which is in a way is encouraging students to behave proactively as bystanders, which is they are supporting her action, supporting her opinion, and making it go viral and make it known to the world, or at least in Malaysia. So I think in a way, peers are actually playing an important role because without the power of viral, the power of the internet, and the support from other students and people, at least peers in our age, this topic won't be a topic that people would talk these days. That is for
I,
me.
I agree with Zara because most of the social media users are teenagers and also adolescents. So when things or issues getting viral or being discussed in the social media platform, most of the teenagers are seeing it. So I think it's more peers action.
I disagree with Nisa and also Zahra point of view because as we can see, most of the young people are using internet like social media, right? But if we look at the comments, it is most likely young people who are commenting on the comment, and it is them who will condemn other teenagers, like if they are showing off their photos like a bit exposed. They are the one Teenagers are the one who will condemn their friends like you are not supposed to wear like this and whatsoever. So I think young people are not really help in tackling the cyberbullying.
Najla, what is your opinion about this viral news that we have received recently?
I think that people should not leave mean comments on
I'm sorry to interrupt, Najla, but can you speak louder?
I think that people should not leave mean comments on someone else's post because they wouldn't know the effect that had on someone. Because some people can take lightly about the comment, but some people will not, and they'll always overthinking about that one mean comment.
I'm sorry to interrupt once again. Um, However, I do support a bit Najwa and Zahra's point, but I still maintain with my, I still go with my point, which is against the point, because for me, like I said earlier at the beginning of the discussion, I said peers doesn't have power. So take from the example that I took just now about the girls who from the TikTok. Um, she make that video, but no one make it any action. No one do any action, and then it's getting worse. Some people getting worse do cyberbullying, said that she's sensitive and everything, and some girls are getting angrier. And how peers can calm this fighting? Of course, no. So they use the rules. They use the police. Once it's going viral, and it's already we're trending in the Malaysia, which is hashtag make the school a safe place again. I think something like that. So this is not just one case that happened like this. It's just one baru. It's just one case that gone viral. We don't know other thing. And then cyberbullying is not first time happen, and you can see most of it. It is because of peers, right? I mean, it is because of our friends. Among maybe sometimes, most of the time, it's because of the strangers, but sometimes it can be because amongst the peers. So why I said peers, I'm not support peers because peers doesn't have power, like I said, and if we give it to the parents and to the government, they will just use one snap, and then yeah, they will go by the law. And then of course we are the teenagers, we are the citizens, we are more scared with the rules because we're scared about the money and the jail thing. And then that's why I said people are scared of the rules. So if the police or the government tighten the rules, and then the social media, I think, is will getting better for me lah. What about Najla? What do you think?
I second Shafini's opinion because I think that our government can take legal action on someone because they think cyberbullying is a joke uh, until a legal action are taken.
Actually, when I do my research, there's a survey that is conducted since July relating to the cyberbullying laws in Malaysia. The survey involved 409 respondents consisting of legal practitioners and members of the public. It found out that 74% of the legal practitioners believe that there is a need to establish a special court relating to the cyberbullying. Meanwhile, 71.6% of legal practitioners and 89.3% of the public wanted a cyberbullying act to be introduced, which means, to me, we can act if this viral thing go on and have the attention of a lot of people, we can make a new law relating to the cyberbullying. Because at the moment, Malaysia relies on the Section 23-233 of the Communications and Multimedia Art Act 1998 to prosecute cyberbullies, which means the section states that sharing any obscene, indecent, false, menacing, or offensive content is an offense. Actually, we can protect ourselves from the cyberbullying. However, it's very little to none people report the cyberbullying because people thought it was nothing. Therefore, I think that, again, as a peer, we have to do our role to encourage them to do the right thing and ask them to make the move, because if not, like Barry said, their mental health will decrease and fall into mental health disease. disease like depression and anxiety.
I partially agree with Zahra because I think that other than peers, government also take action because cyberbullies also can be suspended or expelled from school or kicked off of sports team depending on the severity of the cyberbullying. It also might be in legal trouble because it would be unfair to think that um, cyberbullies can impact someone else's life, but they are free and didn't think of anything else. On the other hand, the victim feel traumatized by the comment or picture that were um, spread by someone else. And yeah,
Yeah, I totally agree with Najla. By the way, do you know that Malaysia is the second country in the Asia that have the most highest case in cyberbullying? So I think we can see from the overall, we can see there's no awareness in this country. Like compared to the other country like America and so on, they always have awareness amongst the peers, among the government, but we don't have anything. So I will basically say, yeah, peers doesn't help, and government also doesn't help so much, but we can improve this by making awareness. So I think I will go with Zahara and Najwa point, which is no, I still answer with my point, but I do support by with your point by we can move awareness, use use the teenagers on the social media because yeah, basically one rules or one awareness will just begin when the teenagers start to make a move. Yeah, what do you think, Mary?
I totally agree with Shafini's idea because I also read some of the news that stated that Malaysia might make cyberbullying illegal soon, which means that now Malaysia not making the cyberbullying illegal, which means it's still illegal in Malaysia to cyberbully. What do you guys think about this topic?
I think, based from everyone's opinion, I think it is everyone's responsibility, and everyone should take awareness and action, like from peers to parents to family and close friends, and also the schools and the government.
So, has everyone give their opinions about it? All right. So to sum up,
Yeah, I
based on
think
our
so.
discussion, to sum up, based on our discussion, the important points are peers are able to play an important role in tackling cyberbullying because they can encourage others to stand up for themselves and helping others in a way that we don't know that is very powerful, like the power of viral. However, peers are not able to play an important role because, just like Shafini said, peers do not have such strong powers. Instead, the government should recourse the law, and the parents should even guide them, should keep them known, and always keep them on this healthy, a healthy mind. So, is there anyone want to add something else?
no.
I think we made it clearly which point will win.
Yes. So before ending this discussion, I would like to tell you something. According to the Women's Center for Change WCC, the aggressive online behavior of Malaysians mostly manifests in derogatory comments. So I believe that if all of us play the role together, we can improve this issue to resolve this issue, cyberbullying. I hope that everyone will play their roles and make cyberbullying not a thing anymore, thus making us rank lower than the second place in Asia for cyberbullying. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. It's a good discussion.